All right. What's going on, everybody? This is probably the first live stream I've done in a few years. So I'm just, knocking the cobwebs off and extending my energy into the ether once again. I think it's a very, very, very important time for crypto. Good time to start building this community back up and ultimately to help some people. So that is my mission. That is my journey. Thank you for participating along the way. Today we're doing a Bitcoin price update. We're looking at the top 20 coins in the market and seeing if we have any coins worth buying. I got my first comment in the chat. Big Sean, what's going on? It's good to see you. It's crazy, bro. I remember this thing used to be banging out like thousands and thousands of people. But, my goal is I set a goal and I'm just going to live stream every day. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always something to talk about in this market. So eventually, the algorithm will get back on my side again and grow the channel exponentially. But until then, you know what I'm saying? The good work got to get done. So without further ado, let's make it do what it do. Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today, as I mentioned, we're doing a Bitcoin price update, the top 20 coins in the market, seeing if we got any good buys at the moment. Some of the charts looking the same. Bitcoin is sitting north of 100,000 of them things, and the movers and the shakers are starting to take their bid on what's gonna go up next. So that's what we're going to look at in this episode. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and make this money. So here we are, B to the T to the C on a USD. And this is a daily, right? I've done this chart more times than I can recall. But one thing I do know is that when you got some pretty good Fibonacci levels, this thing just kind of talks to itself. And this is essentially where we find ourselves right about here, right? And that's a very, very, very long trend line. We're capstone in between the 4.2 and the 4.6. Bitcoin can still run, north of this trend where we are right now. I think if we wanted to look at that level, keep in mind this is a daily, so it's not really the levels that I normally draw on top of. I normally do a 343, but this is what I think the top of this cycle ultimately looks like. I think we're just gathering right here at 100,000. It's very reminiscent to this area that was around 70K, to where it has a very, very, very big run, consolidates 20 or 30% upon itself and then explodes again for 30 or 40%. This is going to be a two-step pattern, so we're going to see Bitcoin cap out north of $120,000. Shout out Graham Crypto. Thank you for joining. It's good to see you. And that's what we have to look forward to. But I think the bigger question is what coins are available in the market on sale. And, what do they look like? So let's jump into the altcoins. I think if you go to a monthly, right, and this is Crypto Bubbles, one of the things I like to try to do is kind of see, where the big opportunities might be. Even if you go to, the lower cap coins, 100 to 200, compare it to BTC. This is a month. Let's say that's what a week looks like. So these coins, Toshi is up 349% against Bitcoin on a weekly. So let's just look at those three right there, those top three, right? So we'll start with Toshi, TOSHI. Because I always do the top 20 coins, but, Ethereum is basically dead. I wouldn't touch that. Ethereum ain't been hot since I said don't believe the hype back in 2017. That was crazy. TOSHI. Let's jump into this one. Trading for dollars. There you go. That's huge. This thing is brand new. Where did it come from? Just came out of nowhere. Nah, it's been out for a year. Why is it running like that all of a sudden? That's crazy. Who you talking about? I didn't say anything about no Melania coin. This is Toshi, bro. This is like one of the top coins in the world right now compared to Bitcoin. 300% Bitcoin in a week. I mean, if you want to go a month, it's up 800% on a month. Top 200 in the world. In my opinion, once you get above, the top 3, once you're in the top 300 in the world, you have hundreds of millions of dollars liquidity. Like, the shit coins kind of separate themselves out and usually don't accumulate that much, liquidity behind them. Anyways, nonetheless, let's jump back to this chart. It's not too much, not too much of a TA we could see. I think, honestly, looking at this, okay, so it's hard to jump in on coins like this because the problem is the top 20 coins, as I was gonna say, top 20 coins are relatively weak, right? So if you look at top 100 compared to Bitcoin, and none of these coins are in the top 20. The big gainers are lower cap coins. So you got Ohm, that's like 54. Jupiter is like 70, 80. Tau, right? 37. I think that's probably one of the higher ones. 64, 23, 93. So you got the top 20. You have to remember, the cryptoverse is like a mountain, like a mountain valley, like a water cycle. And the top of the mountain is what gets the water first. Like, I live out here by all these mountains. And one thing I noticed, over the course of years in observation is mountains form clouds. You know what I'm saying? It can't work any other way. So when you think about the water cycle, they always show this picture of a cloud forming on top of a mountain, but that's where it has to happen. Water is attracted to the peak of existence. You know what I'm saying? And it dissipates down into the other forms of life. I say all that to say that this is basically, the top of the cap is like the first page on CoinMarketCap. That's what gets the water first, right? And so when you look at crypto bubbles and you see like none of these coins are at the top, that means that the altcoin market isn't necessarily strong right now. So I say all that to say, given a relatively weaker altcoin market, even though this coin is up a crazy amount in the past month, it has a pretty good chance, if it can hold this line right here, that's where it's going to want to go. I think it's still a speculative buy because you're still looking down, 8-9%, just on consolidation to that point, 20%. And so I would rather not buy it and take that immediate loss. If I'm going to get in this thing, then I'm probably going to look down here, anywhere I can get it below that 3.2. That's where it's going to want to naturally bounce up at. And this pattern is still intact. Like, it can go down to right below that 3.2, do a double tap down there. As long as it's above this point, then this chart is still very much intact. So, that's still 30%. You don't want to buy a chart, take a 30% loss before you see any profit. And unfortunately, I think that's what happened right here. Is the market is kind of consolidating. The altcoins are relatively weak. This could be a very strong product right now, but the chart, unfortunately, and because it's a lower price coin, you're down 30% in a week, just waiting to see what'll happen next. And so I think that's one of the unfortunate parts about some of these quick movers is you kind of get, bled to death waiting for the next major move. But if you got time on your side, then I think this is a great opportunity to scoop up some of these altcoins. XRP is an amazing product. They got their stable coin on the way. I think it was a rumor that said Elon Musk tweeted about XRP today and deleted it within like 10 seconds. I just got this off the wire. There you go. Yeah, Elon Musk tweets on XRP, so I'll probably do a video just on this because I got to start making, legitimate content again. But yes, Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently tweeted about XRP, and it was deleted after 20 seconds. So it's just simple things like that. But that doesn't mean that this thing is guaranteed to shoot up. Like XRP is XRP. It's been top 10 since the first day it came out. So this is an opportunity where XRP is finally starting to get some of the notoriety that it hasn't had in the past few years. And it's still very, very, very much undervalued. You look at even just going from relatively, it's still down 70% pretty easy on BTC over the past 8 years, 7 years, somewhere in there, right? So if you got 5 or 6 years on your side, XRP, probably one of the best buys you could do. Low risk, very, very, very high reward. Let's jump into Solana for Game of Crypto. And if you guys are in the chat, if you would be so kind as to hit that thumbs up button, I most certainly would appreciate it. I'm going to be doing a live stream every day, probably for the next few months, just to get this community back up and functioning again. But each one, reach one, teach one. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Solana. It sucks because we can't even see these charts anymore on a 343. I remember a 343 used to be able to get you all you needed to see. So we jump out on a daily. It's not bad. This reminds me of how Binance used to look. Binance used to look like that, to where it was just flat for a year. See that right there? This thing was just flat, didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, bam, jumped out the gym for 80%. And that's on BTC, right? I think Solana's ready to do the same thing. This thing is running flat. Anytime you have long-term consolidation, running upstream like that, you got that 231. That thing wants to continue to go that way. Right? You would basically need the entire crypto market to sell off in order for this chart to break and to break its trend. This is the top of the pyramid. Solana's top 5 in the world. And it has a very, 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 very strong continuation pattern setting up. I think honestly, between this one and XRP, people that are just deciding to buy crypto right now, this is what I tell them. I say, put $100 in the market, divide it into 4 pieces, get you Bitcoin, get you XRP, get you Solana, and get you Doge. And between those 4, you got the best coin setting up that, probably should make 20-30% Bitcoin over the next year. I tell people all the time, I was like, Bitcoin, is basically a money multiplier in a sense that it pays you for time. You know what I'm saying? It redefines how regular people can evaluate time. Because one thing Bitcoin is just about guaranteed to do is if you hold it long enough, when you hold it long enough, it will pay you for those efforts. As long as we're dealing in a world where fiat currency is the status quo, and that is designed to lose value over time. That's all it's designed to do, is to lose value. Well, then, by definition, blockchain technology, which runs on a scarcity principle, is designed to increase in value over time. And I think they said the longest you've ever had to hold Bitcoin for it to go up was 2.5 years. So if you got 26 months on your side, you're basically 98% guaranteed you will see a positive return on your investment. But I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than later. We got somebody in the Oval Office, that's speaking pretty freely about being proactive on the blockchain. It's crazy. Bitcoin been out since 2008, and this is one of the first times I've heard those puppets/parrots, in that non-melanated colored house speak freely and advocate for the blockchain. So I think it's a new dawn finally upon us. And we get to see some amazing things happen. It's a lot of fiduciaries in the market right now that didn't exist prior. You got BlackRock, you got MicroStrategy, you got San Salvador, leading the way for governmental reform with regards to BTC. And who knows what's coming next? Like, we just started 2025. And so it's a very, very, very exciting time. I think this is one of the top coins to buy right now. I don't see it breaking out in the immediate future. That's the problem with these big coins. It's like something has to happen first, before they respond. I think everybody's waiting on BTC. And we could see, another 3 months of really no major action. Like, if we fill this pattern all the way out, just like we did down here, we're looking probably in the halfway through the summer, Bitcoin could still be sitting at 95,000, 101,000 before it makes another major move. But it is coming. Mark my words. That's why one of the last videos I did, I said the flood is coming. We are in the end times. Like, this is Noah, the flood. You better get ready. Start building a boat. Make sure that boat run on the blockchain, because this is happening right now. So there you go, Game of Crypto. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. And we'll do one more coin here real quick. I'll tell you guys, if you made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you again. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Subscribe. Come on in. The doors are always open. If you're seeing this video, you see I jump on. I do a live stream. If you're in the live chat, I give you a chance to tell me a chart you want to see. And if you're in the comments right now, if you're seeing this after I upload it, just leave a comment. Let me know what chart you want to see, and then I'm going to review all those comments and pick one and do it live on the next video. So if you're in the chat, throw me another one. Game of Crypto, if you want to see one, let me know about that. Chainlink. Haven't heard about this one in a while. That's going to be, the way I see it like this, Chainlink, it's almost like a savings bond. Because it's like, it's almost so minimum risk. Sui, I'll do that one. There you go, Sean. It's like it can't get any worse. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's a good thing. Like, versus XRP, like, this thing could fall 10, 20, 30%. Still be in track for one of its consolidation lines, and that's what you're looking at. Like, if XRP goes down, this is what you're looking at. Boom, probably to boom, right? So you can fall from right here on XRP down there, and that's just a reasonably healthy consolidation. It can still go up higher. A full reset would be down to 25. But then you have charts like Chainlink that are essentially on the other side of its pattern and just waiting to kind of get started again, right? And so I think when I see coins like this, I'm like, just buy it, hold it, and forget about it. Give it a year, give it 2 years. If you really like Chainlink, put $50 in every time you get paid. Like, the price, this is basically AT&T. AT&T, only thing it does over time is go up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how long it's going to take. Like, it's not going to lead the market for 20, 30%. Not right now. But AT&T is a moneymaker, The utilities, the industrials, like, those are major, major, major moneymakers in the market. And I think that's just look at what it did over here. Like, it was just like the little engine that could. It was just steady. Boom, 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 boom. Right now, you're on the other side. You're getting that long, 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 long dovetail, right? These lower levels are smoothing out, right? Probably got one more to confirm it. Once that happens, I would look to get in this. I think to minimize your time spent in it, if you're looking at that part, like, you only want to buy it when it's ready to break out. That's the zone you're playing. So once it gets back in that zone, that's when you start buying it. And then more than likely, as long as the market stays healthy, that's when you'll start to see it turn around. Chainlink is a good coin, though. It's one of the top ones. I've been talking about Chainlink for a very, very, very long time. TRX, yeah. TRX is a sleeper. It's huge. It's huge. It hasn't done too much, but put it this way, compared to Ethereum, it's doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both economy coins. They both, have their own interface and apparatus and dApps and the whole nine. But I'm pretty sure TRX, that's Justin Sun, right? Like this coin, it's been, oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing, he's been on top of it for a while. He's been on top of it for a while, and this thing is just holding. So it could be scary, like when it actually hits. You got a lot of upside on there. It's just hard to tell because it hasn't done anything in so long. And so that's why I like, that's not too bad. This is probably a good level to start buying it now that I look at this chart. Because you can kind of see how like it fell off a cliff right here at the 3-2. Had its little resistance right here, 2-4. And now it's consolidating. It wants to catch there at the 1-6. So this is probably one of the better places to buy TRX. And that's all within the past month. So now that I see this, I like it even more, right? Because that's 30% down in a month. And that's what I said. That's where you want to enter these coins at. You get some with some legitimate fundamentals and you buy it while it's on sale. That way you get it at a cheaper price. You have a lower risk of an immediate drop versus BTC. And you make the money on the buy. And especially if they say if Justin's son just got out of jail and he's still involved with it, I think it's crazy. Like, what are these billionaire CEOs gonna do? Like, is Justin's son, is he still involved with TRX? Is CZ, is he still with Binance? Like, what's gonna happen with these guys? Maybe somebody could just scoop them all up. They make another coin and take that one to the moon. It's crazy. It's crazy. Something's gonna happen. So there you go, guys. Make sure if you haven't done it, leave your chart of the day. Comment your chart. That would be amazing. I wanted to shout out one of the guys in our community. I do have a little Telegram group. I'm going to leave. It's actually a link in the description if you want to join that. It's 100% completely free. But this is one of the guys that I've known for a better part of 5 years, Mr. Curtis. And he's asking your help because he have a chance to win $25,000 in a grant. And this is the URL. I'll include this in the first link of the video if you want to go vote for him. It really goes a long way. He's currently in first. He's a tech-savvy agricultural innovator, co-op admin, leveraging AI certification and hands-on farming experience to revolutionize farming. So there you go, moving the blockchain forward. So shout out to Mr. Curtis, and shout out to you if you made it this far in this live stream. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done it already, and leave a comment with what chart you want to see in the next episode. So with that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out, boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up button for a player one time. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss.
Huh. Arms.